Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I am getting ready to head to my mother and father-in-law's like I do every morning. You guys, I sound like a broken record. It rained last night hard, and y'all know how much I love being out in the rain, but it looks like it's done raining. Like it's gonna be cloudy today, but I think all the rain has passed through, so hopefully I can stay dry today. Before I head out, just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what we're gonna break our fast with today. Mike took the last baggy bacon to work, so I don't have any baggy bacon, so we're gonna have to make some of that tonight. We're having hamburgers, so hopefully Mike's not too disappointed, but I want to do hamburgers, eggs, bacon, and then I'm gonna cook a couple extra burgers I took out for Mike so he has those for work maybe over the next couple days. I don't think he's been eating enough when he breaks his fast at work when we don't have something prepared for him, and lately we haven't had any leftovers for him to take. That, however, will finish off our hamburgers. This is the original amount of hamburgers that we bought when we started beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, and we went shopping before January 1st. So we're just now finishing those off, and we will have to go to the store and pick more of those up before we can have burgers again. I took out steaks maybe for tomorrow, then I don't know, we'll see. So for me, what I plan on breaking my fast with today is my fat coffee. Ooh, fun fact, can you tell that my favorite color is purple? I love purple. My fat coffee, which has 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 raw egg, a scoop of unflavored collagen, and my electrolyte drops. And I did have a couple people ask if my egg cooks when I put it in the coffee, and no, it does not. I put it in and I work fairly quickly and I start blending it, and once you start blending it, it emulsifies and it does not start to cook. So this is really good. Guys, I think that this is one thing that may change for me after beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. I probably won't go back to heavy cream and sweetener in my coffee because actually I'm enjoying this, and I think after having this for this whole time that if I went back it might be too sweet for me. So as of right now, I'm thinking I might keep my fat coffee after beef, butter, bacon, and egg is over. I am taking 2 Thrive Market sticks. These are all beef, and 2 hard-boiled eggs. Oh, that reminds me, I ran out of salt in my purse, so I need to grab another little mini salt. I have these from Redmond, real salt. All they are little teeny tiny salt vials. There we go, real salt. And I keep one of these in my purse, so when I'm eating my hard-boiled eggs in the car, I can salt my eggs. And now I have one that's empty, and I think I'm gonna put some smoked salt in that one so that I'll have a smoked salt and a regular salt in my purse at all times. So I'm gonna take that with me. And then I have 2 bottles of water that I have already added Keto Chow electrolyte drops to, and I also already took my electrolyte tablet this morning. So I think I'm all set. I'm off for the day. Wish me luck as far as staying dry, and we will see you guys later today. Oh my gosh, you guys. It is days like today that I love being out in my vehicle, and it has turned out, it's 51 degrees right now. It's supposed to be 55 today, so it might even get a little bit warmer. The sun is out, which my forecast didn't show sunshine. It was like full clouds. The sun has been out for a while, and it has warmed up my car. But I love being out on days like this, and just, I can listen to YouTube, I can listen to my music, but it's just gorgeous. It just makes you feel so good. Good evening, everyone. We're back. We are sitting down to have dinner, and all that's on the menu today, and I kind of mentioned this earlier, was hamburger patties, eggs, and bacon. Yep. So pretty basic.
We're saving the filet for last, for January 31st. This nice, big, juicy filet.
You think?
No.
So real quick before we really kind of jump into anything, what did you do for lunch today?
Again, we didn't have any leftovers, so when I was rummaging around our refrigerator between the eggs and hamburgers, I saw that you had cooked a couple beef sausages or hot dogs or whatever they were. I'm not sure what they were, because the label was gone. But you had cooked 2 of them, so I took the other 2.
They were the Teton all beef sausages.
Yeah, so I took those, and I took a baggy bacon, the last one we had, and then I took a beef stick, just in case. and pork rinds. And so I ate...
Those sausages are pretty filling though.
No, so I ate both of those. I ate all my bacon and I ate the rest of my barbecue pork rinds. So I mean, I wasn't hungry.
That's good.
By any stretch, but...
Awesome. So guess what happened today?
I don't know. We've had a couple of things happen today so far, so...
We hit 500 subscribers today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's pretty exciting, huh?
I wasn't really following it, although I did notice the other day because you had said we were getting close.
Mm-hmm.
So I had looked, but I didn't look today. I watched the video, but I didn't look. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. So thank you guys.
Yeah, that means people like us. That means 500 people like us. 330 million people in the U.S., but 500 like us.
So since we do have so many new subscribers, one thing I wanted to mention that I've mentioned before is that we are planning 2 meetups in the state of Ohio. So if you live in Ohio or you are close to Ohio and you're interested in attending a meetup, please send me an email at dawndoesketo@gmail.com and I will make sure you get the information. There's going to be one on February 25th that is facilitated by Maitreya, who is Radical Geek. And then there's going to be one facilitated on March 25th by Mike and I.
Well, Dawn and I. She's facilitating it. I'm just tagging along for the ride.
So with that being said, I want to give a big shout out to my friends Robin and Callie who have been working diligently to secure a location, a venue, a restaurant, whatever you want to call it, for us to have this meetup. If you are interested, please send me that email and I will make sure you get the information when we know exactly when it's going to be. It will probably be held around noon. Ours will be around noon on March 25th. So we're pretty excited about that and getting to see some of our friends that we've already met and making new friends.
It will be my first time as well. Well, I'll get to meet some
you went to Keto Palooza, so it's not really like your first get together, but your first Ohio meetup.
I'm a Keto Ohio rookie.
And along those kind of the same lines is that Autumn from Watch Autumn Keto is doing shirts for any Keto Ohio meetup that you are attending. You can go to one meetup, you can go to the other, you can go to both. It doesn't matter. But she is going to have t-shirts to order on the Keto Strong website. And it looks like, don't quote me on this, but the price is going to be $15 per shirt plus shipping because they will be shipped directly to your house. So if you want to order one to wear to a Keto Ohio meetup, if you just live in Ohio and you want a Keto Ohio t-shirt and you can't make it to a meetup, but you still want to support Ohio just in general and the keto community, then
if you live in Michigan, you're not going to support Ohio. We know that already.
You never know. But I will let you guys know as soon as those shirts go live on the Keto Strong website so that anybody who wants to order one can get one.
I'm thinking about getting one. I'm not sure.
You're getting one. You don't have a choice.
You see, it isn't me trying to take over the channel. We know who's got her thumb squarely on the pulse of this channel. It's not mine.
So I messaged Mike today. We will talk about our Dr. Berry chapter here later. We're not going to do it right now. I actually haven't even read it yet. So
I did.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Dang it. He beat me again.
Yep.
Well, I haven't read it. So after dinner, I will read that and then we will wrap this video up for you. But I did watch a video today and I'm going to link it down below that Ready Set Keto did. And it was an interview with semi-retired Bob. He talks a lot about basically how Dr. Berry helped him and how he got out of the military and he had gout and he was following all the advice of Western medicine. You know what I mean? Like all the standard stuff that you're supposed to be eating 5 or 6 times a day, whole grains, you know, all the things that we've been misled about, which is what this whole book is about. Mm-hmm. How he continued to get sicker and sicker and sicker until he found keto and how that has completely reversed a lot of the issues. He couldn't even walk. He couldn't stand for more than 2 minutes at a time. And now he's walking like 5 miles. He's planning on hiking the Appalachian Trail. It was just, I thought it was a really, really great interview. And it really put a bow on top of the information that we have been learning in Dr. Berry's book about lies our doctors have told us because he was being led down just a destructive path. I will link that down below so that you guys can go check that out if you want to watch that. If you've been following along with our book reading and you've commented that you found found it very interesting. I think that you will actually like this interview.
How long is the interview, by the way? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I listened to it in the car today, and I wasn't really paying attention to the time, so it wasn't like overly long. Maybe it was because I was really interested in it.
Yeah.
But it was a great interview. So we're gonna go ahead and finish up our dinner, and we will touch base back with you guys after I read the chapter in the book today. Okay, it's discussion time. What are we talking about today?
Talking about the calorie.
Calories, and how not all calories are created equal, and the way that they track and determine calories is kind of a farce, actually.
So this chapter was full of a lot of information. When you walk away from it, there's one simple concept that you need to know, and that is that counting calories and calories in general are unimportant because, as Dawn alluded to, they're not created equal. You can't count them the same way. The way that they're counted or the way they're determined in a laboratory is not how your body uses
them. Right.
So it's very interesting.
So I'm just going to read you the lie real quick. So the lie in this chapter is, a calorie is a calorie, whether the source is birthday cake or broccoli. You can eat whatever you want as long as you limit your total calorie intake. You will be slender and healthy by counting calories because all calories are the same. If you want to lose weight, then you should burn more calories than you eat, which we've all heard. Calories in, calories out. You need to be at a calorie deficit. I mean, all of that.
I mean, they still use that on TV for commercials, for food, low calorie this, and it means nothing. Right. It has zero meaning.
So he says your digestive system breaks down your food biochemically. It doesn't burn food as a furnace would. And that's how they determine how many calories are in food. They burn it in a furnace. And depending on how fast it burns up, is that right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the speed or it's just how much heat is released or something like that.
Yeah, that's how they determine how much calories in a food.
And your body doesn't do that. And so that phrase, burn calories, is totally wrong.
Right.
And yet they've got that ingrained in everybody's head.
So he just says, that doctors have been telling their patients that they need to burn more calories. You need to burn more calories. And that a calorie deficit leads to weight loss. And that's not true.
And that's completely false.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He says here, scientists came up with the whole concept of a food calorie by burning small amounts of different foods in a little furnace. They measured the escaping heat, so you're right, to determine the calories in the food. The number of calories shown beside a given food has absolutely nothing to do with how the human body metabolizes the food. It tells you how many calories of heat energy were created. We don't burn the food we eat. We digest it.
I mean, literally, that sums up the whole chapter, that little paragraph that she read.
Yeah.
As fascinating as it is, and as much as we've heard burn calories over the years.
I mean, it's always been the main point.
Yeah.
Like when you talk about weight loss, the first thing anybody thinks of is calories. So I also found this interesting. So I'm just going to share this with you. In a 2012 article in the Journal of American Medical Association, they laid this medical lie to rest. The study analyzed 3 groups of people. They all ate the same total number of calories every day. One group ate high carb, one group ate high protein,
and the third group ate high fat.
And the third group ate high fat. All the same number of calories being all the same, but what the calories were made up of. And who do you think lost the most weight?
The high fat group. The group that ate the high fat calories.
Yeah. So they lost more than the other 2 groups. And so that just right there tells you that not all calories are the same. Because if you're eating a low calorie food, but it's all carbs, you're going to be spinning your wheels. You're not going to have any weight loss. You're not going to have any success. He also pointed out again that a lot of doctors just don't study and know this information because doctors, people who went to school to be doctors, don't want to be nutritionists. They learned very little in school about nutrition, and they learn even less after they get out of school.
Right.
Most of them don't study or keep up on nutrition nutrition at all. It's all basically word of mouth and what's being repeated. That's where they're getting their information.
A lot of charts and graphs in this chapter.
Yeah,
too, by
he
the way.
put a lot of maps of the U.S. and how our obesity rate has changed. So he color codes it and shows you how at one time the entire U.S. was less than 20% obese. And then he shows you, what was it, in 2000?
Yeah, it goes from 1995 to 2005.
In 1995, the U.S. was below 20%. Every single state was below 20% obesity. And in 2005, they were all greater than 20% except for one state.
Colorado.
And then in 2017, every state was above 25%, and most of them were up to 35%. So
yeah, that particular chart is almost split almost in half, but basically everything from like the Dakotas down to Texas in a straight line
is
east
over 25%.
is over-
On the eastern side, we are over 35%. When the average person becomes motivated to lose weight and get healthier, they usually start by counting calories with gusto. They will continue for a month or two, but after seeing minimal results, they will get discouraged and slowly stop trying. How many of us have been there?
Yeah, and think about that for a minute. I mean, everybody who's dieted, that's the first thing you did. And if it worked, and if it was legit, then 2, 3, 4 weeks in, the results would be there, and you would continue going. But like you said, after like 2 weeks, what did you say it was? What was Quitter's Day? I mean, that's
the 13th of January.
Yeah, and so you get to that point, and they're like, "Oh man, I've only eaten
all this work," and I'm telling you, it's a lot of work counting calories.
Yeah.
So you're doing all this work, and you get minimal to no results, and you might for a while, but eventually, the only way to lose more weight is to cut your calories more. So guys, just stop counting the calories. I mean, you want to make sure that you're getting enough food and you're getting enough nourishment, but other than that, eat whole foods, eat the proper human diet, and eat as much of it as you want.
As much as you want?
Yeah, he says, eat till you're full.
What if you want more when you're already full? Would that be beneficial, or would that be...
No, eat till you're full.
Eat till you're full. I just wanted to make sure, because, I mean, I know how I can be sometimes. Something tastes so good, I might just keep cramming it in.
Yeah, but have you done that at all since we've been doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs?
No, so I'm glad you brought that up.
Because it's certain kinds of food that you can overeat. If you're eating that's why I said, if you're eating the proper human diet, eat as much as you want, because you can't eat as much. When you're eating meats and whole foods, you're not going to sit down like you would with cereal or a bowl of pasta and eat until you feel like you're going to explode. You're just not going to do it.
No, and I haven't. That's the thing. We just sat down for dinner this evening, and I didn't eat it all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's been happening more and more over the last couple of days. I've noticed my hunger has waned, and I've not had the bottomless pit that I'm used to having, where I can just keep shoving stuff in there.
You can't sit down and eat meat the way you can sit down and eat a bag of Doritos. You just can't do it. So that's why I'm saying...
It was a good example, because that's so true.
Yeah, you could sit down and practically eat a whole bag. Yeah. And so, I mean, that's why I'm saying eat as much as you want, as long as you're eating the proper human diet. He always says eat until you're full. Eat until you're comfortably satisfied. So stop counting the calories and eat the right foods, and then you don't have to worry about it. That's it, guys.
That's it in a nutshell.
It was a good chapter because, I mean, obviously I've heard this already, but there's still a lot of people out there who haven't.
Well, even if they do, a lot of them won't believe it. I mean, they just refuse to believe it. I mean,
especially if their doctors are still telling them otherwise. Yeah. Guys, that's it for tonight. We will see you guys. That's the end of day 17.
We are now officially over halfway there.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good night.